Start with kerry, wehmeyer show. We're trying to get the systems working, so hopefully you can hear me in the broadcast because we've been having so much technical trouble. So once again, we apologize for everything that's going on. So hopefully you can hear me. So we will play the practice report back in just a few minutes. So thanks for joining us. So we will play the practice report back in just a few minutes. So thanks for joining us. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it for you.
Your team specifically because you're only talking about carrying 48 on game day, and so if you got a guy that can play multiple roles and do multiple things for you, it gives you a lot of flexibility on game day.
It's almost like carrying an extra player.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, certainly is.
Coach, you guys look pretty solid on goal line, all three levels. Your take on that? I mean, is it something good or something offensive to work on more?
Well, I'll go back and look at the tape. I felt like the defense had a really good day today. I think that's an area that we have to be good at, both offensively and defensively. The field shrinks down there, so there's not as many windows for the offense to get the ball into. And certainly defensively, the tighter you get to the goal line, the more precise you have to be in terms of your fits in the run game and in terms of your coverage responsibilities.
Jameis Winston returned to team drills. Just what was it like to see him back out there? How do you assess?
Yeah, look, it was good. It was good. A little rusty, but yet good to get him back out there and get him back going again. So I think anytime we get a guy back from an injury, it's good to have him back out on the field.
Obviously, there was a good number of people missing today. Is this kind of the point in camp where it's a lot of maintenance, where you're just trying to make sure people are in the right kind of state heading into?
Yeah, look, that's part of it. Part of it is that we are in that point in camp, and you do have a lot of little, nicks and bruises and things of that nature that you have to kind of battle through. It's the nature of training camp. It's been that way everywhere I've ever been, and we're dealing with a little bit of it now.
At this point in camp, I'm just wondering, kind of big picture, what would you say now are the biggest differences in being a head coach this time to last time? Is it you, or is it the organization, or the roster, or a little bit of all of it?
It's probably a little bit of all of it.
Yeah.
The biggest difference is just the familiarity with me and the organization. And when I say organization, I'm talking about players, coaches, administration, the owner. The familiarity, me with them and them with me. I think that's probably the biggest difference.
How would you say it's affected, maybe you don't like to talk about expectations, but would you say it's affected your expectations relative to like the last time you went into a training camp as a head coach?
Well, your expectations are always to win.
Yeah.
I'm certainly going into this with more familiarity with what I have, so I think the picture's a little bit clearer to me now. But certainly, we're still in training camp, still have a long way to go. But I think we've got a pretty good squad, and I'm excited about getting going this season.
Is it fair to say that the roster looks a little deeper, stronger this year than last year, if you're lucky with health or not?
Look, honestly, let's let the games play out. You know what I mean? Because we can all sit here and say what we want to right now, but until you start playing the games and let it play out in front of you, it's really just a lot of talk. So we're just going to focus on getting better, and I think we're doing a good job of that.
Dennis, can you comment on where Davenport is that you can contribute? I'm not even going to say the first game, but by the month of September.
Well, he's getting better. He's kind of incorporating himself back into some of the team activities and things. So that's been a positive. I think there's still some hurdles that we got to get over for him, but certainly everything's progressing in the right direction.
Yeah, can you tell us a little bit about what you've seen from Eric McCoy so far over the course of camp this preseason?
Well, look, I would say probably the best thing is that, you know, nobody's really talked about him. And that's usually a good thing if you're an offensive lineman. Usually when you're an offensive lineman and you're getting talked a lot about, that's not necessarily always a good thing. So that just speaks to kind of the consistent nature of the player. I think he's a good player for us, and certainly glad we got him. Okay, thanks, guys.
Okay, once again, that was Coach Dennis Allen. So let's see if we're still on. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what is going on tonight. Yeah, you might have to put that back on. Shit. Come on. Ridiculous.